So, we will start our journey. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Welcome again. So today, same way, the same format, we will understand one or more principles in this journey, and followed by the practice, then sharing our experiences, and in the end, you are free to ask any question. What we say in meditation, you have heard, practice it regularly. That is what we hear from the masters. So there are 2 points in it. Practice regularly means over a length of time. That is what we normally mean by the practice of meditation regularly. But what is the secret behind it? It is not practicing over 5 years and 6 years. It is the depth of the meditation that matters. So every day, every time you practice, are you practicing with the depth of feeling, with the right knowledge? You see that when there is freedom from the doubts, you have a conviction that results in depth of feeling. Are you getting it? The person is not lost in meditation. Oh, every day I have to do the same stuff, close my eyes. No. With the right knowledge, with freedom from the doubt, when you sit in meditation, and with the depth of feeling, with the right knowledge, the meditation always succeeds. Now understand what exactly is the highest meditation. Last time we did 6 treasures. If you follow these 6 treasures, the meditation, awakening, or whatever we say, awakening is not far. One more caveat here. Our mind, because of it is hypnotized by the application of the science, we think meditation is like a smartphone. You buy a smartphone, you know how to take the videos, how to call people, and then we claim, I have understood the smartphone and its utility. Meditation is not like this. Meditation, the journey of meditation, is to know the mind, nature of mind, different states of mind, functioning of the mind, cause of the mind, so that I can transcend the mind. Now understand, what is the highest meditation? So I'm just creating a different stages so that you can understand in which stage you are in. What is the highest stage of meditation. You renounce, you drop the mind, and what is the result? The result is awakening. Highest is, you drop the mind completely and you are awakened. Buddha was passing through after awakening. So everyone was mesmerized. One scholar asked, "Who are you? Are you a prince?" Buddha smiled, "No." "Are you a rich guy, aristocrat?" "No." And ultimately, with every answer, no, the guy asked, "What are you?" The Buddha said, "I am awakened." So understand, the highest stage of meditation is what you do without losing anything. You don't gain anything. So you lose your mind. You drop your mind. Now take one example of that. A drop of a water falls into an ocean. What happens? That drop of a water become an ocean now. Now just think that that drop of the water is maintaining its identity. That drop of water looks at the wave. But before he looks at the wave, he sees that he is an ocean. He is a real self. The same thing happens. You drop your mind completely. That dropping of the mind is known as nothingness, emptiness. In coma also, the mind is not doing anything. Is that meditation? In coma, there seems to be no mind. It is not meditation. So that is the first, highest stage. So ultimately we are progressing into that stage where we lose the mind completely. So what is the second stage? Lower than that. We remove ignorance. What we get? We drop ignorance. We get knowledge of the reality. I'm not saying who is in which stage. You all have to see that. So in the second stage, we remove the ignorance. What is ignorance? Ignorance means incomplete knowledge about our own nature. Our real nature is pure consciousness, but our mind is caught up in ignorance. That I am father, I am son, I am daughter, I am entrepreneur, and I am long list. And I am stressed. So that wrong notion is removed. How to remove that? Not only by practice, but by learning the principles, contemplating, and practice. Second stage is done. Now what about the third stage? What prevents me to succeed in meditation? I have to remove those obstacles, those impurities of the mind. You are sitting and I say close your eyes and sit, and the mind starts thinking of something outside in the world. This is distraction, projection of the mind. That needs to be removed to succeed in meditation. Do you see that third stage? So what happens? In third stage, we purify the mind. We gain focus within. So what happens? I become a qualified seeker on the path. So in every stage, sometimes we may have very important, deeper experiences in the meditation. It depends on that day what is the state of the mind. Are you getting it? So in the first higher stage, the mind is not there. It's a no mind state. That is what we understand by emptiness and nothingness. You see that now, Lara? When you are clear, you know where you are. When you are not clear where you are, and we get absorbed sometime in fancies and imagination, and we say this is also the meditative stage. In the second stage, we remove ignorance. How do we remove ignorance? By listening to a teacher or studying the text. How do I remove ignorance about law of motion? I have to study physics. Simple. How I have to study about sulfuric acid, H2SO4, or NaCl, sodium chloride? I have to study chemistry. Now, if I don't have that correct principles, then I cannot remove that ignorance. So when I remove the ignorance and I practice meditation, I am totally absorbed into the final stage. But if I don't remove the ignorance and I am constantly practicing, it will not bring the result. Third stage, purification of the mind. Fourth stage now. We are understanding descending order. The highest, one, second, third. We have covered the third. Fourth one, we say the curious. Oh, you give meditation session? I will attend. So they attend and they say, okay, I feel little bit relaxed. So why you have given me the breathing practice? Why you have given all these stuff? You are asking the questions. No doubt it is a good thing to ask a question, but are you committed? So there are fourth kind of people who wants to be scholar, intellectual exercise, but do not want to practice. And if you ask them, they can give a beautiful talk in the lecture, but minus experience. They are known as, in Gita, Krishna says, Lara, they are jignasu. So we have done fourth. And the fifth stage, now see the fifth stage. I told you a story about that guy who has about $70 million who came to my house and asked me, can you levitate? So there are people who are seeking how to levitate. Can you read my mind? Even if I can read, I will not tell you. Why should I tell you? Am I doing meditation to demonstrate? That will build my ego, that will destroy my entire journey. So this kind of a people, the fifth category of people, are seeking meditation to gain some power, some boon, some favors. There are people, you might have seen that. You might have seen. No, they cannot treat the path of the... they will attend couple of sessions, they will relax, but their mind is already focused on, when women asked me, sent an email, can you tell me the most powerful mantra? I said the weakest guy cannot practice most powerful mantra. First make yourself powerful. First be qualified. And the last stage is known as artha. No, I have lot of stress and anxiety. Can you help me manage my anxiety and stress and problems and etc. etc. So this is what is the sixth stage of. So I picked up the explanation in different texts is different. So I picked up from the different text. The last stage is that I'm stressed, I'm worried, I have an anxiety. So no doubt people may get attracted towards the journey of meditation when they have challenges. They may become a seeker. They may directly jump into the third stage. Who knows? Who knows? We don't know. So the teacher waits patiently. The teachers, if you are a real teacher of Eastern wisdom, you don't say anything. You wait patiently. You wait patiently in order to help. And that is why I kept one tagline: evolve and help everyone to evolve. So when you are becoming a qualified seeker, why I brought this topic, you follow those 6 inner treasures. To beat, to destroy the 6 enemies. Do you remember the 6 enemies? Can I repeat it again? 6 enemies are desire, first; anger or hesitation, second; third is greed; fourth is delusion, moha; fifth is pride; sixth is matsarya, means jealousy. Briefly understand. The main thing is the desire. Our teacher never say you don't desire. Understand that point. Normally we say, no, I will not attend meditation. Every teacher says, you should not have a desire. You should have all the desires that do not harm you and that do not harm the family, society, nation. Are you getting it? I'm a drunkard. My desire is to drink. So I become a drunkard. So I have to find out whether that desire is harmful to me and to my family or the society. Just one example. Now there comes a beautiful understanding. Desire fulfilled, what happens? Desire fulfilled, mind says, I want more. You like pasta in a particular food store and you say, I will go back again and again. That is what is known as greed. Want more. Check your mind. Wanting more. If desire is not fulfilled, I am in anxiety, hesitation. Clear? Clear? Now because that pleasure I receive or do not receive causes hesitation and greed. Both are taking the mind to the fourth enemy, that is known as delusion. I don't see peace and happiness are within me. I see it outside. That is why I am agitated. Are you clear? Now ask yourself, who amongst you, us, all of us, including me, are not getting 2 or 3 meals a day? Do not have the basic necessities? Pleasure. Now what about the last 2? That is very tricky. And if you keep in mind, it will help your mind to calm down, prevent distraction, and you can enter into meditation easily. That is why I brought this topic. So what about pride and what about jealousy? How they are related to my desire? Can you make a link? Now see, my desire is fulfilled. I reach to a state of greed. I want more. Now, if the more is fulfilled, what happens? You see, I have done hard work. I have all the luxuries and comforts. I have lot of money. You see, it takes you to pride. Are you understanding that? You fulfill all your greed. It takes you to pride. And if it is not fulfilled, then you compare yourself from others in the society. That leads to jealousy. Look at the psychological components, the way our masters have defined. Are you getting it? Desire, first, fulfilled, greed, not fulfilled, anxiety, agitation or anger, then leads to delusion, then comes greed fulfilled, continuously fulfilled, and it takes you to an element of pride. I have everything. I have everything. But I forgot that with that everything, you don't have a permanent peace and happiness in your life. Are you getting it? See that? The way it is designed. And if the greed is not fulfilled, I see I worked hard so much, but I didn't have anything. Look at this guy, next door neighbor. Jealousy. So all these 6 enemies can be easily transformed by the 6 treasures. It will open up your mind. Another way to understand, I'm always preoccupied with myself. Always busy, fully busy. If you look deeply, you will discover there is an element of these 6 enemies present in your mind. Always preoccupied. Always busy. Just ask yourself, ask your mind, why I'm busy? Why I'm busy? Just you have to reflect on it. You need not to believe me. So when these 6 enemies drops, you start living a life of all with the 6 treasures. And that prepares you, that is the 3rd stage. You are purifying the mind. And you are doing the practice so that you can move to the next stage of removing the ignorance. And from there, you can reach to the final stage of dropping the mind. Are you getting it? Logically, if you don't put a logic and reasoning into any journey of life, you cannot filter out your ignorance. It is important, followed by the practice. Not very difficult to understand, but yes, it is difficult to apply in your life. But by regular practice, we can apply it. You get rid of these 6 enemies, and the next day you wake up in the morning. You will see the love flows towards every member of the family in the society. You will see what happened to my mind now. It is so powerful. Keep a smile on the face. Don't be so serious. Let us start our practice. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes first, gently. Do not squeeze. Make your body steady and comfortable. 2 point. 3rd point. The mind is looking inside. You see that? Mind is looking inside into the space or so-called emptiness. This emptiness is a projected emptiness of the mind. Sometimes the mind fools us. Oh, I have reached the emptiness, the last stage. It doesn't happen in that way. So you are looking inside and you also experience a bit of calmness. So what is that final goal? To continue the state of calmness. So you maintain awareness of that. And with that awareness, we become comfortable in the stage 1 and the step 2. How we become comfortable? Again, sometimes we have to use a wrong phrase to convey the message, because the language cannot express what meditation is. So when I say become comfortable is a wrong phrase. Being comfortable is right. So you look at the neck joint, feel there, and experience sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. So move the mind on the shoulder joints, be there. I said be there, don't do anything. Feel the presence and experience sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness.
I didn't understand that.
Move the mind on the hip joint. We are looking at all the joints, feeling the sensation, being comfortable. And sensation and steadiness, entire body from the top of the head to the toes. In the stage 1, we move to the 3rd step, being carefree. I made you very clear there are no different stages in meditation. But still, for the sake of understanding, clarity, we are doing the entire meditation in different stages. The stage 1 and the step 3 is being carefree. You have understood the 6 enemies? Yes. So any thought pertaining to those 6 enemies comes, you simply say it doesn't belong to me. That is the way of being carefree. Another way, I explained, the surface of an ocean with waves, and deep inside, you don't find any wave. Mind is one, but this mind can separate itself from all the thoughts entering into the mind, staying there, leaving. Again, this is a matter of awareness. And the last point is being casual, natural. What is being casual and natural? I can explain in a simple way. The sweetness of a sugar is the essential nature. And the candy and the ice cream and the desserts that contain the sweetness, the outer name and the form is superficial. So what is the message? The mind should go deeper within, reflect on the naturalness that is present in us. And now in the stage 2, we purify the mind. We'll continue the journey of purification. Even when the mind claims I am a qualified seeker. So looking inside the belly button, being there, and being aware of the continuity of the calmness deep inside, start breathing quick, short, and the gentle breath from both the nostrils. Continue. Quick, short, gentle breath, but your mind is aware deeper inside. That spark of calmness. That leads to variety of experiences. That is what is happening. That is what happened to David and Stephen. And to each one of you sometime. So not only continue the breathing, but maintaining awareness inside. Continue. And stop this. Take a deep, silent, slow breathing. When you inhale, deep, silent, slow breathing, first it goes into the belly, then into the rib cage, up to the throat while breathing out. Make the humming sound, being aware inside the head as if you feel the vibes there. And the next breath is deeper than the previous one. Next humming is longer than the previous one. Continue. It is deep, silent, slow inhalation. You may say it is a preparation, and that your mind is absorbed deep inside the forehead, listening experiencing the vibration inside the forehead. That is the way we have to do humming sound. Well, we are going deeper day by day. Now stop this humming, but continue deep, silent, slow breathing, inhalation and exhalation. We have added one step in this purification and also removing the projection of the mind. So continue with the deep, silent, slow breathing, moving the mind from the crown of the head to the tailbone, and from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Two things: maintaining the steadiness of the body, and the third is you drop 5 Om Shanti during inhalation and 5 Om Shanti during exhalation when the mind is moving in the spine. From top down, from bottom up. Now check that. Are you dropping Om Shanti, or are you in a hurry? Or is the mind does react or forgets? You will understand what it means by projection and distraction. Casually you are dropping Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. You are driving home, you have to reach at a particular time, and there is a traffic, red light. Your mind is agitated. Red light means stop. I can't do anything. You see, I'm explaining Om Shanti, maintaining that poise in the mind. While moving,
I didn't understand that.
while moving, the mind inside and now leave this, but continue with the deep, silent, slow breathing. We'll do the Nyasa, the stage 3. As you inhale, moving the mind inside the right arm, either from the shoulder to the fingertips or fingertips to the shoulder in the space within. What is that space inside is the highway. The mind is the driver, and the deep, silent, slow breath is the car. We have moved to the stage 3. Now we are checking if the mind has removed all the projections, distractions, and naturally focused. Moving the mind inside the left arm now. We have 6 stages. We are in the 3rd stage. Now moving the mind inside the right leg. The space within is the highway. The mind is the driver. Car is the breath. And if the driver is okay, not drunk, means not projected distraction. Now moving the mind inside the left leg. Now moving the mind inside the spine with the breath from the crown to the tailbone, from the tailbone to the crown of the head. The space or emptiness within is the highway. And leave this practice, we move into the stage 4. Superimposing Om Shanti over every thought, feeling, sensation that enters into the mind at this moment. Casually looking inside the forehead in the space or heart in the space, anything that comes, and you will discover now the mind is so much clear. And if thought enters not frequently but rarely, any thought, any feeling, any image at this moment comes, Om Shanti. You superimpose Om Shanti. There is a kind of inner peace we witness. Our masters says there is an image of the peace. What is that? It is known as Sukha. Kha means the space. Su means good, good space. Because if any thought enters and you are dropping Om Shanti, so Om Shanti and that very thought also disappears. What is left? Infinite space, good space, Sukha. Herein the stage 4. You'll be surprised that normally we complete our meditation in more than 11 steps. Now, leave this step also. Stage 5 is casually walking at the crown of the head and dropping Om with love, awareness of that space, then moving mind down inside the forehead, dropping Om, and then inside the heart, then inside the belly button. Then raising the mind up inside the belly button, Om, inside the heart, inside the forehead. Don't do it in a hurry. That is one thing. Other is that the mind is now not in a hurry. When you drop Om, as if it merges into the space, the way a drop of water drops into an ocean, you cannot find that drop. It has become ocean. Same way, this Om drops, kind of self-absorption. Now leave the step also. We are moving into the stage 3, looking at the breath going in and out, not doing anything actually. So, 3-pointed awareness of the breath. The breath is going in and out. 1 point of awareness. You feel the sensation. 2nd point of awareness. 3rd, no change. A natural flow. Live into that state, my friends. And doing nothing. Remain as you are. Can we say that is also one stage? The answer is yes. You are just in a state of doing nothing. Like an ocean is totally calm, no disturbances. What happens? You can see deep within, very deep. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, and you'll have a totally different experience. Move the mind on the left hand. Slowly raise both your palms. Place it on your eyes. Closed eyes, and then open the eyes inside to ask yourself what happened. Bring the hands down. Still 2 things to complete. We'll share our experiences, and then if you have any doubt or questions, we will take up that. But for that, it is better to keep that from the videos, but audio will have that same. So Sameer, how are you?
Sir, it was total stillness, total darkness, and nothing was there inside me. Only your voice was there, that's it.
Wonderful. That's a good state.
And in very simple state. Nothing to tell about.
Meditation is so simple, provided we understand, we have a clarity. How are you, Terry? She came here near to the computer, and I appreciate, Terry, your commitment.
Okay. Yeah. I I'm not sure what to say because I was,
She is very logical. I know that.
yeah,
She is trying to frame that thoughts.
um, some parts of it I couldn't do it, but I was, okay, it's a question that I have really.
Yeah.
If your mind makes you move, but if you have a thing like what is happening with me where I'm not moving for that reason, then it's not my mind doing it. And so I put my mind to the meditation, but it was my nervous system was doing this, I guess. And I don't know if that's different from my mind, but it seemed like it was because...
It was.
Yeah, okay.
Anything, any objection or projection comes to the mind. Ask the mind to remember the sixth treasure. Do nothing. Just remember the sixth treasure and see what happens. And you will find the change. How are you, Jonathan and Jordan?
I had a very difficult time today.
Yeah.
I was very physically uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Difficult time breathing and a lot of sort of distractions mentally, or just like in the surroundings. And it was very hard for me to usually it's very easy for me to concentrate, but today it was very, very difficult. So.
And you see, the last time you were driving and you were already into that state.
Yeah.
So what is the understanding? It is the mind which is the cause. So how the mind is the cause? Based on the past impressions and the projection. Every day, the mind is not the same which is doing meditation. Why it is not so? Because that mind is full of past impressions we have gathered. How we have gathered? From the six enemies. So don't worry about it. Nothing happens. Commitment is required. You see that? Today, my mind, you did not help me succeed. I will take over you one day. That is the journey of meditation.
All right.
Good. How are you, Jordan?
I'm good. It was still for me as well, and pretty easy to concentrate on the meditation.
Very good. Very good. You see that? So are we understanding that point? That this mind is not the same every day, every moment. Why it is not? You cannot plan to be angry tomorrow at 10 a.m. The moment the 10 a.m. comes, you'll have a smile on the face. No, I can't be angry. So it means it is working at the subconscious level, of which I am not aware. That is what happens. I may say I am very happy, but inside what his mind is cooking, I don't know. So through the meditation, we start knowing that. No worries, no worries. I like that is what happens with the younger people. It did not succeed. Still, he is smiling. It doesn't happen to us, It doesn't happen to us. Oh, I did not succeed. Then what? Next time you'll succeed. How are you, Stephen?
I'm good. A little different experience today. It first started out in, and when we closed our eyes, I immediately felt something take place. throughout, from start to finish throughout the meditation, I felt this sensation on the crown.
That's
and it
good.
stayed there
Good.
the entire time. When I closed my eyes, I kept seeing, I think David described it the last time about this vortex.
Yeah.
And I kind of grabbed onto that a little bit, and then I said, no, I'm going to let it go because I don't want to be influenced by something else. But what I kept seeing was an opening and closing of this dark space.
That's a deep.
And then I went through the entire meditation, and then I realized that, or I think my interpretation of it is that dark space was actually some sort of opening in my mind or a cave, because I didn't see the dark space again until I was coming out of meditation. So it was almost as if I was descending into the space to start with, and then I was ascending out of it.
Ascending out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it was
beautiful expression. Definitely you are in a deeper state. What happens, and you rightly said that experiences comes and goes, let them come and go. The time will come, everything will be settled completely in the field of awareness. The removal of ignorance, second stage. The highest stage is mind merges completely. So that's wonderful, wonderful. How are you, David and Jerry?
Hi, good. It was a very still meditation for me in my experience. The Nyasa area, where we kind of place our mind in the arms and the hips and the body. This space isn't, it's like there isn't a defined space anymore.
That's good.
So that's interesting. And then by the time we got to Om Shanti, there was just emptiness.
Emptiness.
And then similar, I think, to what Stephen's saying, I have this like ink blot, almost like dark spot, and then it gets covered with light, and then a spot, and then covered with light. And that happens kind of throughout the meditation.
Oh, that's a similar experience. We can roughly say again, the third stage, purifying the mind. The Stephen, Jerry, so Stephen, it's going down. Deeper and deeper absorption is taking place. That is what it is, becoming a seeker. How are you, David?
I'm very good. And for me, it was a different experience this time, because what I decided to do going into it is normally I sort of monitor what I'm observing through the whole meditation process so I can report back to you afterwards. And this time I said I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to enjoy it.
Enjoy it, yes.
I had the deepest meditation I think I've ever had today. It just was like wonderful.
Beautiful.
I heard every word, and it was really, really great. So really, really deep meditation for me.
I will not ask you, but I can feel when we first time met and did couple of sessions, and now there's tremendous difference. No, we are not going there. One thing I should point out here, don't worry about any to report back. Why? There are two parts. There is a memory of consciousness. Lara, science has yet to understand this. There is a memory of consciousness and there is a memory of mind.
Yeah.
Do you ever forget that the peace is good? It's a memory of consciousness. It's not a memory of mind. Do you ever forget love? No. It's a memory of consciousness. And what is that? That is our real nature. That pushes the mind in a particular direction. A memory of the mind, short-term memory, long-term memory. Go to the science and understand. I forget. I must forget so that the new memory should take place. So don't worry about it. Let it come and go. How are you, Lara?
It was very dark and still, quiet. There was nothing. Today.
What a beautiful.
It was just empty.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So.
Yes, everyone is becoming a seeker. Don't worry. So, I explained you in 5 or 6 stages. Keep in your mind. You will understand yourself. I need not to explain you. In the Eastern wisdom, my master used to say that we make masters. I don't make disciple and seekers. I simply make masters. That is the right approach. Now, questions, any question that you have, any doubt. Removal of doubt is very important. Unmute. I think Terry is asking a question, no? So you have to unmute. So
when you are doing the quick breathing,
yeah,
and it's supposed to be playful.
Playful.
Does that mean that it should be not too much not effort?
Yes, not too much of effort.
Okay.
Why? Just briefly, I will say it's every action has an inherent defect that we will talk sometime. So that action, when it is performed by the mind, you can say the mind tends to become unconscious. So I said, be cheerful. Don't become crazy of doing the breathing. Just enjoy doing it. That will maintain the awareness within you. Just maintaining. I used to go for my private lessons in Phoenix, which is 50 minutes drive from my house, Lara. And while driving, I used to do 50 minutes of quick, short breath. Now that brain is, I don't know what to teach. But don't do that in the beginning. Wonderful. We'll meet on Thursday. Thank you very much.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Hariom.
Hariom.